Hello, this is an introductory lesson in matrices. Now, what is a matrix? A matrix is an array of elements. Here you can see this matrix has 4 elements. The matrix is defined by its dimensions. Which are the dimensions of this matrix? Now, the dimensions is the number of rows. How many rows this matrix has? 2. And its columns. How many columns it has? Also 2. So we say that the dimensions or the order of this matrix is 2 by 2. Let us see in this matrix how many rows it has. 1, 2 rows. How many columns? 1, 2, 3. So this matrix is 2 by 3. And in this matrix, how many rows I have? 1, 2, 3 rows. And how many columns? 1, 2. So it's basically 3 by 2. Now be careful. This kind of matrices that they have the same rows with the columns, they are called square matrices. Now, also, which other important elements we have? This diagonal, it's called the diagonal of the matrix, the diagonal elements. That's the most basic properties of the matrices. One more, each element in the matrix has a position. Now, what's the position of these elements? For example, this element here, it is in the first row and first column. So basically, it's I can denote it by A 1, 1, which is 3. How about this one? It's on the first row, second column. So basically, first row, second column. So it is this one, the notation. How about this element? This element is on the second row and third column, 3. Very important. In some exercises, IB questions, they're based on these properties. Now, let's see here. Which are the basic operation of a matrix? Addition, subtraction. As an introduction. How I add two matrices? It's very easy. I just add the corresponding elements. So here, very important, we will see it also here, the matrix must have the same dimensions. This matrix has dimensions 2 by 2. This one 2 by 2. So I can add them. How I add them? I add each element of the specific position. So here I will have the first element of the matrix that I'm going to have is again 2 by 2. So the first element is going to be 3 plus minus 1. The next element is this one plus this one. So basically I will have minus 2 plus minus 2. And let me add all the other elements. 1 plus 1, and the other 0 plus 3. So how much is going to be? The new matrix will be 3 minus 1, 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 4, 2, and 3. Let me see now. Here, subtraction is going to be the same. 3 minus the other element, minus 1, and here gonna have minus 2, sorry, minus 2. The other element 1 minus 1 and 0 minus 3, and the answer is gonna be easily 3 minus minus 1 is 4, and minus 2 plus 2, 0, 1 minus 1, 0, minus 3. Now in the last case here, now here this matrix is 2 by 3, it has 2 rows, 3 columns, and this one is 2 by 2. Can I add these matrices? No, it's impossible to add them because they don't have the same dimensions. Now another thing that we have with matrices is another property of the matrices is that, let's say I have this matrix 2a minus 1 3, it is equal with b minus 1 c 3. Now since these two matrices must be equal, each element, the corresponding elements, must be equal also. So here the first element is 2, should be equal with the other element, so 2 should be equal with b. Here a should be equal with minus 1. Here 3 is equal with 3, but here minus 1 should be equal with c. And that's all the basic things that you have to know about the matrices.